Yeah, black man power, black woman power, black child power. It's KLXUBVOA, the human liberator, with another episode 31 of Take Charge of Your Life, Take Charge of Your Mind, Take Charge of Your Day, Take Charge of Your Mental Attitude. Got a special guest, you feel me, Josh? He might chime in, he might not, but he has a lot of valuable, constructive things to say about all of the topics that I brought to y'all. Episode 1 through 30. Episode 31, we're picking up, talking about assembling a pleasing personality. So we got the live viewers coming in. Hey, think about this. So I actually have a witness real quick because I just tried to go live and yo, Josh, can you just come in real quick?
I got you.
Cause people, you came at my crib at 12 o'clock, right?
Yes, sir.
And I was about to go live, and Facebook kept kicking me out that.
Yep.
We just started going live 2 seconds ago, and what it do?
It's working now.
It's working now. Okay. Does Facebook kick you out of your app?
All the time.
Facebook kicks him out of his app. I thought I was the only one. So we're starting it back with persistence. You feel me? Like, you got anything for the people real quick?
First of all, I want to say, love to everybody, peace is power.
Love to everybody, peace is power. Anything else?
Smoke weed every day.
Right, yes. Smoke weed every day, because if you guys listen to my music, if you listen to my album, Freedom of Speech, or if you get my book, then I have a few songs on there. One's called one's called Babylon is Falling, and then another song is New Nat Turner. And so in Babylon is Falling, I said, KKK pulled me over because I drive a new car. Yeah, I'm smoking weed. This tree, the only thing that stopped me from going on a killing spree. Nat Turner, 21st century. You feel me? And a whole bunch of other different lines. And another line that I said in my album was, if it wasn't for this weed, I'd be on a killing spree, hanging white people in trees, no evidence for the police. So anyway, that's what I have to say, relatable to, the reason why smoking weed every day can be beneficial, you see. And so what we're talking about today, okay, yeah, Miss Brown know the lyrics. Tell them, if it wasn't for this. Hey, anyway, download KingLeonX.com, KingLeonX.com. But anyway, listen, this is Take Charge of Your Life, Take Charge of Your Day. I'm not dependent. The best part about this is that I'm not dependent on any particular person or any particular opportunity outside of myself to manifest anything that I desire. You see, I've taken charge of my day. I've taken charge of the space that I occupy, and I'm enlarging that space through the renewing of my mind, constructive thoughts, actions, habits, and principles. And what we're speaking of today is pleasing personality. Yesterday, we were talking about your personalities, where your character is displayed. It determines whether people are attracted to you or shy away from you. Your personality is the number one thing that distinguishes you from all other people. It determines your success or failure when you're goddamn selling yourself through life. Right? See me, I'm writing my own ticket in life because I have definite major purpose. I've outlined exactly where I want to go, what I want to have, and my finances, my family structure, my social contribution, my health, my relationship with children, my community, and all these other different things. So that's why, and I've been doing this for years, and I've been getting some results that are extremely, I just love the results that I get, and people love those type of results. So that's why I do what I do in these self-mastery, midday motivation, live videos, just to give y'all some juice and some dialogue, let y'all into my life and my mind, some of the principles that I applied that have increased the quality of my life. All right, and so we're talking about assembling a pleasing personality, right? There's 30 different characteristics. There's 30 different traits, personality traits of personality, but we're going to deal with the first 4. But all 30 of them are 100% in our control, okay? All 30 traits and characteristics of personality are within our control. So I'm gonna go through these 4, the 4 basic, the top 4. I shouldn't say top because they all exist and they all are necessary and they all have their place. I'm just gonna go over the first 4. The first one is mental attitude, right? The first trait or characteristic of a personality is the mental attitude. That is your mental attitude is what attracts people to you. Parts of your mental attitude is going to be your tone of voice, expressions on your face, whether whether you have a soft or pleasing, facial expression, or a harsh or scowly facial expression. All of these things are going to predetermine your mental attitude or shape your personality. And also your mental attitude is going to determine the part of your personality trait where you're courteous, and you're considerate, or the lack of being courteous and considerate. You know what I mean? So that's the first part. First personality, like characteristic or personality trait that we could look at. The second one, so we have our mental attitude defined, and we know that positive mental attitude is wealth, right? Positive mental attitude is the first step towards riches, right? Because you could have everything in your life, everything that you want, all of your purposes fulfilled, and if you don't have a positive mental attitude and the proper outlook, then you won't even be able to enjoy it. You won't even be happy. You was about to say something?
Yeah. Also, I want to interject on that, but also defines of what you see as riches. Do you look at it as
all right? So wait. This is all right. Yeah. So you got to watch episode 1 through 30 because I define riches in 12 aspects. First form of riches, like I said, the first step towards riches is positive mental attitude, right? Then sound health, right? That's 2. Peace of mind,
Okay.
freedom from fear and worry, okay? Complete self-discipline, that's 5, okay? Harmony in your human relationships, that's 6. Wait, hold on, that's 6. Hold on, please don't interrupt. And 7, because some people this might be their first time hearing them.
Okay.
7, capacity for applied faith, which we talked about 3 episodes ago. All right. 8th form of riches is willingness to share one's blessings with others, which is what I do here with my part of my blessings is the knowledge that I've acquired and experiences that we're able to share with people. 9 is being engaged in a labor of love, right? You know what I mean? And 10 is a hope for future achievement, right? And so there's there's forms. And notice I haven't even said money at all yet, right? Money, it just heads the list because we already spoke about in our self-mastery series that money is a result. It's an effect. We live in a world of cause and effect, cause and result, reaping and sowing. You see, and money ends the list of riches. It's just a byproduct of the good life. So when we talk about riches, we talk about abundance, we understand our opportunity to define it or redefine it as a holistic experience. You see, so all our relationships are taken care of, our families taken care of, you feel me, our social contributions taken care of, our legacies taken care of, our health, our recreation, all of these things are taken care of. So when I say, and when I speak riches, the people who are tuning in with me, they're knowing that I'm speaking about that from that aspect and that holistic point. So that's a great interjection, you feel me, what do you got to say about that?
See, the thing is, that's exactly because we actually talked about this.
Yeah,
before.
of course we talked about
this.
That's what. Yeah, you my man.
But the thing is, in a society of today, a lot of people forget the riches of what is already in front of them because the thing is, people rush through life so fast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They are worried about the next day, next meal, next bill, next hottest thing coming out, who they're about to go see, yada yada yada, or just taking care of their kids,
right?
Everything like that. And they forget about the wealth of having a peaceful soul around them to cherish and nourish their soul.
Right.
Because the thing is, they outsource to other.
Yeah, that's the harmony of their human relationships. You feel me? So that's one of the benefits. I feel you. You feel me? That's why we do the Take Charge of Your Life series and that's why we covered is your goal, and your goal is your dream really your dream. You feel me? Is what you're doing every single day a product of what you choose to do? Because you see, this is what the things that we address. Because people become wandering generalities. You know, people like us, we're meaningful specifics. You know what I mean? We are able to project a vision out into the future clearly, get an organized plan. You feel me? A few weeks ago, I gave them the 7 steps to write out a plan for life. The first step being write down exactly what you want, right? The second step being attach a date. The third step being list all the obstacles that you have to overcome to achieve that. The fourth step being list all the people, organizations, and groups necessary to. That my timer going off. That means I got like 3 minutes left. The fifth step, after listening to the groups and all that, was identifying the knowledge and skills required to achieve that. The sixth step was putting a plan to that, and then the seventh step was identifying what's in it for you and the whys. You feel me? And all these types of things. So with that outline, with that seventh step, you could achieve any goal, any plan, in any area of your life with that. You feel me? So that's why I'm really giving them the juice. These multi-million-dollar philosophies that, you know, where I was headed, but once I became, you know, black first, unapologetic, black. You feel me? You got to do it a little differently. You feel me? It takes more patience because
that's just what becoming more mature.
Right, exactly. And so, you know, so hold on. So flexibility of attitude. This is the second point. Hold on, because I'm trying to give them at least these three. The flexibility of attitude. We talked about our mental attitude. The flexibility is being able to adjust to circumstances without becoming irritable or angry. You see, that's why I come to make people mildly, moderately, or severely uncomfortable. Because what I'm doing, we're testing is their flexibility of attitude, and then we're allowing them to separate themselves from themselves to realize how flexible or inflexible they are. How rigid are they in their beliefs and their philosophies? You feel me? How mechanical have they become in their thinking? You feel me? Where they feel actually threatened by a different belief system or by a different approach or by a different opinion, you see? And so a personality trait is the flexibility of attitude, right? We can't control what other people do, but we can control how we react and we respond.
Exactly.
You see? And so I believe that when people be coming to try and get on my nerves and get up under my skin, it's to show me, it's just really test me. How strong am I really? Am I bigger than my ego? Well, you feel me? Or am I the same person that I used to be? Do I want to smack this motherfucker across their face? Or do I just?
But the thing is, the older you get, the more you look at that as, instead of a hater, as an appreciator.
Yeah, appreciator.
You know why? They're spending all their effort worrying about your next movement.
Exactly.
And once people do that,
yeah, it's like
you're already doing good work.
Yes. Exactly, bro. Exactly. That's why, I got a song that's called, or I even wrote it back in the day. It's like, this is for my haters or whatever. It's like I was saying that my haters are my motivators or my escalators and these types of things, because I didn't just get influence like this year or last year or 5 years ago. You feel me? Like, I've always had influence and power. I just wasn't directing people towards constructive activities. You feel me? I was just being an example of that type of music that you hear and the type of shit you see on TV. Oh, I'm a real life one of those type of niggas. You feel me? But I already hit rock bottom in those aspects, and I already got to the max of that. You feel me? You feel me? You could only make so much drug money before you realize, hey man, gotta watch this shit somehow, and then you see how motherfuckers end up. You feel me? And then you go corporate. You can only make but so much money corporate, suit to work every day. You can only be on so many conference calls and meetings with these fucking pilgrims who could really care less about your community and your household or you, because you could get fired today, they're not miss a beat tomorrow because the system's set in place to train people on. You feel me? Exactly. And the way poverty's set up, it's job applications everywhere. You see? So they're not really moved by how we move. And so I was able to really tap in and to learn really that, like, on a power structure type of mentality. And then the shit just hurt me, bro. How I wasn't being fulfilled. I was making a lot of money. I wasn't being fulfilled. So I'm like, damn, I did this corporate shit. I did this trap shit. I could rap. I did basketball. I did all. I'm like, man, fuck this shit. All these jobs and all these companies that these people working for are ideas, bro. They started with an idea, bro. You feel me? Someone's idea turned to a physical thing. They stuck with that shit. And now, goddamn, it's providing opportunity and legacy for zillions of families. You feel me? All of these corporations, all of these companies, every place that every place that you work for right now, it's just someone's idea. It started with somebody's thought. That person might even be dead now. They might even be dead. They're not even alive no more, and their idea and what they built and their legacy still here. You feel me? So shit, that's what type tip I'm on. That's what type time I'm on. Building from scratch. You feel me? From scratch. Most people are intimidated by that because they ain't really ready to hit the struggle. Yeah, yeah, you're right. They can't put the work.
They just can't put the work in. It's not even them being afraid of the struggle. It's them being afraid of actually putting work in to see the effort. They want instant fruit when you cannot get instant fruit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, an apple isn't like grown in one day. It's taking a season.
Right, exactly. So you got to understand the setup. And when you understand the setup, then you know if you planted the goddamn seeds and you watering it, goddamn, and it's getting the proper sunlight, then you know the goddamn tree's coming. So what you tripping for? You feel me? And if you really want some instant result, then smile at somebody real quick. Get that smile back. You feel me? And that's an instant result. You feel me? Get, you want an instant result?
There you go.
Get this nigga Josh a hug. You feel me? That's an instant result. Instant gratification is just love, prosperity, abundance. You feel me? I'm grateful for Josh. I'm grateful for y'all. We way past time. This is episode 20, or wait, 31. Episode 31. Take charge of your life. Take charge of your day, mind, mental attitude. Today, and so tomorrow, I guess we're going to cover the second two, which is your ability to control and direct the emotion of enthusiasm, and also sincerity of purpose. And then tomorrow also we're going to start going over the negative personality traits. So when I start describing the negative personality traits, when I learned these, I was able to identify the ones and those characteristics that were within me. And it gave me a measurable way to adjust or figure out what I need to adjust and set future goals. So yeah, KingLeonX.com. Tag someone in this video who needed to hear this message. Peace. Oh, stay grateful.